Greetings friends and welcome to Premium Light Academy. We are here in beautiful Manitou Springs. It's a spectacular summer day and we're going to teach you how to shoot portraits on location using only natural light. I'm here with Ashley and JT. Before we get started, we're going to do a little planning session to make sure we know where we're going. JT, we got a bunch of lenses on the table. What's happening here? What do we got?
We do. We have a whole spectrum. We have wide, medium, and obviously your pretty large telephoto there. So I think we're going to have everything covered, the whole spectrum of portraits, head to toe, waist up, and then obviously the more headshot with the telephoto lenses. So I think we're going to give our audience a good variety of kind of what they can do with each lens that they have available to them, because not everyone has a telephoto, not everyone has wide. So I think we can give them the opportunity to take whatever lens they have and still make an awesome portrait.
Awesome. I think one of the most common questions that we get from people who are just starting out is, how do you get that cool looking out of focus background? And for me, the telephoto comes to mind. This is kind of one of the main tools you can use to do that, but it is in fact possible to get that creamy out of focus background with the wide lenses as well, and we're going to show people how to do both, the entire spectrum.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right. We did a lot of research when we decided to come up with this tutorial series, and literally every other tutorial that we researched and watched, it always felt like the model was just this silent entity that never spoke, just a statue. So we want to try to actually bring the model's perspective into the photo session, because it is a two-part system. You have the photography and then you have the person on the receiving end of the lens. So Ashley, what are you going to bring to the table?
Absolutely, thank you. So a model's day starts early, 4 a.m., hair and makeup. And since we were going for a timeless portrait look, I decided to go with more of a natural curl in my hair and a natural glowy, dewy look for my makeup. And for my looks, I chose a couple of looks based on our environment and where we're going to be. And I chose some neutral colors, black, white, and then I've got a yellow look as well, because I want it to look the same in 10 years as it does now.
Awesome, yeah. We've got a lot of really classic architecture here, a lot of straight lines, 1800s style buildings all the way up to the mid-century. And we're gonna be able to use the architecture, and we want it to kind of match the clothing. You don't want to get super immediate trendy when you're shooting in an environment like this. The city is over 150 years old, and a lot of the architecture shows. So we want to make sure that our wardrobe is consistent with our environment.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty excited about all this. You guys got the coffee, the fuel.
We've got our fuel
Of the industry ready to go.
Fuel.
We've scouted all of our locations. That's another really important thing that you want to do. We did our homework, and we also did another episode on scouting. So, if you're watching, be sure to check that out. We know exactly where we're going to go, what time we're going to be there. It's early, and I think we're ready to get started. How about you?
Absolutely. I'm absolutely ready. I'm super excited to shoot with all of these lenses, because I'm going to be working my face with this lens and more of my body, and working with the background and lines and composition with these. So I really can't wait to get started.
And that's another thing too. I think it's important for models to know what each lens does.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't know the difference between a 200 millimeter and a 50 millimeter, you're probably going to have a little bit of a hard time understanding how to work with whatever lens that the photographer has on.
I think it's absolutely key for models and photographers to be able to talk and communicate, because you can learn so much from a photographer and vice versa about lighting, the lenses, composition, and just the mood and theme of what you're looking for. So I think communication is key.
Cool. All right, well, next step, boots on the ground.
Let's do it.
Time to work.
That's Premium Light Team.
Action. All right, cool. Except for the trash truck, I think we got this.
We got it.